Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Star. I'm a 34-year-old mom who just likes to play in makeup. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite palettes of 2021. So if that seems like something that you're interested in, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have quite a few palettes here. I think all of these came out in 2021. I have tons of palettes that I loved using last year, but I don't think they came out in 2021, even if I did buy some of them in 2021. So I tried to stick with everything that came out last year, but some of these might have come out the end of 2020. I don't know. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with, and these are in no particular order. And there are other ones that I really, really loved, but for whatever reason just didn't make the cut. So the first one I want to talk about, and I know you guys have heard a lot about this on my channel, is the Wicked Sisters / My Heart palette. I think I got this in February. I'm pretty sure this was a Valentine's Day release. This is what it looks like. And I just love this indie brand. I love the aesthetics. I love that everything's based on a horror movie, and their packaging. Yes, it could be better, but it is a small indie brand. But you really still get the theme out of it, and I love the names. So, telephone, wrong number, stalker, sleepover, super bitch. And, the colors, I'm going to swatch a few of these for you. I know I've swatched this in a previous video, so. But, you can't deny that these colors are gorgeous. And it definitely was perfect for the Valentine's Day release. So I love this palette, and it's definitely one of my favorites of 2021. I use this a lot, especially in February and towards March. But anytime I want a ready color look, I always pull that palette. All right, and the next, I think this one came out in January of 2021, and I love this. I'm not going to say it's the best palette of 2021, but I'm looking over here at my other palettes, but it might be the best palette that was of 2021. And of course, I'm talking about the Calladios Club Nebula palette that they did in collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist. And it looks like this. I'm sure you guys have seen tons of videos with it. And I mean, if you guys watch her, then you just know. I'm going to swatch a couple of these for you. The mattes are incredibly easy to blend. They're so buttery. These shades, some of them are more like topper shades, but they're very sparkly. That's what that looks like. But I find that these shimmery, toppery shades, they look so gorgeous on the eye. I just love it. These deep shades, oh, are they so deep? So if you guys know me, I've been on the hunt for years and years and years for the perfect navy eyeshadow. I find a navy in an eyeshadow palette, I buy it, and usually that navy sucks. But this void shade, best navy ever. I love it. So I think there's one more palette in here with a beautiful navy shade too, but love this palette. You can't get it anymore. They had restocked it. They did all the restocks they were going to, but Calladios formula is amazing. I have their little mini palettes. Love it. I wanted to get the Escape Pod, and I thought about the Flower Punk palette. I'm just not a fan of that color scheme. I know it seems weird because I love interesting color stories, but I'm not a fan of that color story. So, but I do kind of want to get the Escape Pod palette too. So, let me grab this makeup remover. I'm using the Lancome Bifacile eye makeup remover. I like it. I think this came in I don't know, free gift with purchase or something like that. I wouldn't repurchase that. It's very oily. So, and I don't like makeup removers that make my skin feel oily, but the makeup remover I have upstairs that I use to take my makeup off. So I cleanse with a cleansing balm, then I cleanse with a cleanser, and then I use a makeup remover to get the crap around my eyes. And I've been using the Morphe one right now, and oh my god, that's so terrible. I cannot wait to be done with it. I'm just trying to finish it up. But yeah, don't buy the Morphe one. It's crappy. The best makeup remover, like, stuff I've ever used is from Mary Kay, believe it or not. So, but that thing's like $15. I'm not spending that much. I'm just not. But anyway, it is the best one, which is so stupid because I don't like MLM companies. But they have something there with that. Okay, so the next one is... I think this was a summer release last year. This is the Colourpop Lemon Cello. So I have one more Colourpop palette in here, but it's not the one that you guys expect because it is not the, what was it? The Lush Light. I did not like that. Everybody and their mother, I think, has had it in their 2021 favorites. Not me. I didn't think that was a good palette. I thought this one was way better. Way better. A lot of people said they had trouble with this blue. I didn't have trouble with the blue at all. This is what it looks like. And I know, a boring, basic palette, but it was so, like, springy and, like, summery. And look at those colors. And this color right here, I mean, I don't know if you would call it, I think you would call it a duochrome. It's, like, very shifty. I'm trying to see if you can get it on camera. But it's gorgeous. It blended well. These pan shades are bigger than the usual Colourpop pan shades. But I thought, you know, you had some nice depth down here with these two colors. You had, like, very nice transition shades. You could either do more yellowy, like, more warmy brown colors. You had this fun blue you could put in the crease. And then just the shimmer shades were really pretty. So my favorite were, of course, the Easy Peasy shade and then the Serenade shade right there. And so I found this was, I like using this better when I want like a yellow toned eye as opposed to the Honey by Colourpop, because I found that one very, it's supposed to be monochromatic, but it was also one tone. Like you couldn't get a lot of depth out of it. And I always found myself having to pull in a dark brown or something anyway. And so I like this one better than that one. And I know I talked to you guys in a Get Ready With Me, which I don't know if it's up yet or not, about having to declutter more eyeshadows. So just stay tuned for that video if you haven't. But I'm thinking the Honey, this might, I might declutter that one and keep this one. I don't know yet. So the last Colourpop palette I have, and I think this is personally the best Colourpop palette of the year, is the Tinkerbell Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. Okay, so I'm a huge Peter Pan fan. I loved the original Mary Martin live version. And I just think this color story is pretty. So you get a nice depth with this green. The only thing that I would say they could have done different was maybe a deeper purpley shades to go with these two lighter mattes up here, because there's not really, like, I find myself having to pull in something to go well with these two shades. But the green look, I did a green look, and actually it's on YouTube, so if you want to, like, go check that out, just search my name in the Tinkerbell palette. But yeah, but I did a green look with this, and oh my god, it was so gorgeous. And sometimes I find Colourpop, like, collaborations, they don't do very well. I got the, what collaboration palettes do I have that came with, like, Disney? I have, like, the Mandalorian ones, and those aren't terrible, but they're not, like, they're not, this is good Colourpop quality. And the pans in these are bigger. The mattes blend beautifully. Oh, I didn't swatch it, did I? And I love the shimmers in this palette. It's just, they're just so pretty. And you guys know me anyway. You know I'm a sucker for greens because I just am. And that's what it looks like. And it's just a really pretty, you know, palette. Not something I could, like, wear every day to work. Well, I mean, I could probably get away with some of the more mauve-ish shades in here. But anyway, love this palette from Colourpop. So those are my two, like, best Colourpop palettes of the year. So we did 2 indies, 2 Colourpops. Let's go ahead and go in with some more indies, because I didn't hear a lot about these. I think they showed up in a couple of ranking videos, and I have no idea why more people did not rank these higher. And that is the Sydney Grace times Temptalia palettes. Dude, these rocked this year. I did so many looks with them on my Instagram, so many looks on like Reels, TikTok, all of that. So I have all three, and I have all three in the light shade. So this is the Quintessence palette, and this one is probably my favorite of the three. I love the color story in this. This Aurora shade, the Milky Way shade right there, those are like the two standouts in this palette. But I mean, there's really nothing wrong with either one of these palettes, any of these palettes. But you know, some shades stand out. And the mattes, oh my God. So this is the shade Interstellar. Look at how, like, that could just go on and on for like ever. I mean, it is so buttery, so smooth, so beautiful. You know, you get some lighter shades, you get some deeper shades. These are more shimmer heavy than matte heavy. So, you know, just be aware of that. But I have so many Sydney Grace mattes that it just like, this is the On the Horizon palette. This one is my next favorite of the three. I just love this shade Lunar Illumination. I love the shade Flying High and the shade Midnight Courage. Of course, like I said, it's a navy color. Let me show you these three. Oh, these shimmers. Sydney Grace does shimmers right. They just do. These three down here. I mean, you can't beat them. And I don't know if you can still get these palettes or not, but I mean, they have tons of singles, and their singles are just, oh, definitely one of my favorite indie brands by far. I already showed you that. And the last one, which is my least favorite of the three, but I still love it, is the Radiant Reflection palette. And it looks like this. And there just isn't, the reason it's my least favorite, it just, I don't know, the color story and the way it's laid out is just not as good as the other two. But I do love this Starry Night shade and this Jealousy's Descent shade. And they have, I mean, you can make a look at it. I like using all three of these together to create a look, because I find I like the mattes with different shimmers from the palettes. And I don't know, you might be able to pop these out and like rearrange them. I'm not sure. I haven't tried the last three down here from that palette. And I mean, look at that blue. Like, oh my God. So I love these. Like I said, I don't know if you can still get these, but it was definitely one of the best releases of 2021. And if you haven't tried Sydney Grace, I highly recommend it. You can get tons of singles. They have all kinds of great palettes. And the best thing about Sydney Grace is when they do palettes, they do light versions and deep versions for different skin tones. And, you know, other brands don't do that. They just don't. And Sydney Grace does it right. So, like I said, I don't have an affiliate code or anything with them because I'm a little, you know, who am I? Nobody. But, like, tons of YouTubers that I watch have affiliate codes. Check out Mel Thompson's channel, you know, rest in peace to her. But I think she had a discount code. And I think Sydney Grace is still honoring that discount code for her family. So, that would be the one I would recommend if, you know, they still have that going on. So, the next one we're going on with, I'm gonna save a couple of these for last. This one, I don't know if it came out in 2021. I have no idea. But I got it in 2021. I used it a lot in 2021. This is the Fiery 2.0 Beauty Bay palette. It's a huge palette, I know. But dude, I love it. It doesn't look like it's been touched. And to be honest, I probably haven't used a lot of these shades, but I have used a lot of these shades. I stuck with like the reds and the oranges this year when I used this palette. Oh my God, these shades. So everybody and their mama lost their mind over the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette this year. I didn't like that palette. I didn't. I did buy the, what was it, the Opulence palette, but it's still sitting over here in my new makeup stuff, and I haven't used it yet. So I can't say that was a favorite of 2021. But I didn't like the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. I felt like the mattes didn't blend on top of each other very well at all. And I'm not the only one who thinks that about the formula. But, I mean, it was a good palette. The color story was like chef's kiss, right? But this one, blends better. I find like this palette, and I have the fiery palette that's in like the 9 pan. That's the mattes. I don't know. For some reason, they just blend better to me than like their, like the Book of Magic, all of that. I love those palettes, but like the Book of Magic especially, but you can't get that one anymore anyway. But here's a couple of swatches of this one. And I think I got this because of Paulina. I can't pronounce her last name, but she's Swedish, and she got this and she loved it, and I agree. It is definitely this ginger shade right here. This shade, the ginger shade, oh, look at it. Is that not, and you guys know I'm like a sucker for warm tones. So, warm tones and greens. Anyway, I highly recommend this palette. They have sales, so many. There's this tiger shade. It feels very Colourpop Super Shock, and it is like a duochrome. And I mean, you can catch these on sale all the freaking time. I think I got this $7, $8. I don't know. I think they're usually $14 to $20. I can't be like 100% certain on the exact price, but very affordable, no more than like $20. And if you catch a sale, you can get them half off. So, highly recommend that palette. And then, of course, this would probably go right under the Caladios palette if I was ranking them in any particular order. And that is the Be Perfect Carnival Antidote palette. You guys saw me do tons of looks with this year. It is the perfect fall palette. I did look on my Instagram, my YouTube, TikTok, like I just did. This pinup shade, let's see, Sugar Maple. I love this Spice Coral, this Aubergine. Like, I could go on and on. I'm going to show you some of, like, the more neutrally side. And then I'm going to show you guys some of the green side. But, like, the mattes blended beautifully. And talk about super, super metallic, like, shimmer shades. Oh, my God. And you guys know I love all of the Be Perfect Carnival palettes. I like Be Perfect in general. I have, like, tons of their palettes. But these really stand out. The only palette, and I think I tried this one in 2021. The one Be Perfect palette I wasn't a fan of was the, what was it? The Dream Big Manifest Destiny palette. Like, I found, like, I had a lot of problems with that one. I still have it. I do need to go back to it and reuse it and see if my thoughts have really changed, but I wasn't impressed with that one. But this one was, yes. I mean, it has any fall color you need. Like, this was perfect for fall. And I got her liquid shadows with it too. Like, I love this palette. Highly recommend any of the Be Perfect Carnival palettes, just whichever, like, color story floats your boat. And finally, and I'm grouping these three together because one of these I think came out in 2020. I bought it in 2021. This and the Beauty Bay palette, I'm not sure, but I tried this brand for the first time this year. These are the 3 palettes I bought, and I think they're all great, and I couldn't choose between them, so I wanted to put them in here. And that, of course, is my Nomad Cosmetics palettes. So I have the Nomad Iceland palette, the Fire and Ice palette, and it looks like this, and it is gorgeous. I did a look with this on my Instagram. It just, oh, they're so gorgeous. Nomad really knocked it out of the park for me this year. This was one of the brands I wanted to try in 2021. I'm so glad I got to try them. The mattes blend beautifully. The shimmers are beautiful. They have very interesting, like, shimmer colors. I know they had a kind of a controversy with one of their eyeshadow palettes. I think it was like the Shanghai palette. This is the America's Parks palette. I think they handled that the best way they could. I don't think they were worth, like, I don't cancel brands. I just take breaks from them. Like Angelica Nikvis says, because, I mean, they could always redeem themselves. That's those. But, I mean, I felt like they handled it okay, so I was cool with buying from them this year. One of the brands I do want a palette from that I don't think has redeemed themselves yet is the brand Gimme Glow. I do want their Bad Witch Club. I don't even know if they're still selling that. This is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. But they did some shady stuff, so I haven't, like, written them off, but I also haven't purchased from them for a while. So we'll see how this year goes. Do you guys want me to film a video with indie brands I'm looking to try this year? This is the Haunted Europe palette. This navy is another beautiful navy. And dude, this palette was probably like the most exciting Halloween release for me personally. I mean, like, that packaging is just everything. So I love them. Like I said, these weren't ranked in any particular order, but I love all of these. I'm glad I have them all in my collection. Now, if you guys want me to do a worst video of 2021, I can totally do that for you because I tried a lot of crappy palettes last year, but I figure we're pretty far into January now. I don't know if anybody else wants to see those, but I will be doing, like, my top Valentine's Day palettes coming up soon. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know, did any of these palettes make it into your top 2021 palettes? If they did, give me a thumbs up. If they didn't, you know, give me a thumbs down, or in the comments, tell me what your favorite palettes of 2021 was. Just remember, guys, makeup is just for fun. It's not meant to be judgmental, and I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.